A very good evening. We're bringing you live updates from outside Shangri-La, where a very, very important meeting is currently underway. Congress legislators, the newly elected Congress legislators, are meeting for the first time after that stupendous victory for the Congress party yesterday. And in a few minutes from now, they will be discussing who they will support to be the next Chief Minister of Karnataka. Before I go across to my colleagues, who are currently outside Shangri-La. Shabir Ahmed has been there for a while, so is Prajwal Bhatt. Just to bring our viewers up to date with what we're picking up from our sources, we understand that between 70 to 110 legislators have already expressed their support for Siddaramaiah to become the next chief minister. About 35 legislators, including H.K. Patil, who's the senior most of that group, remain neutral. Now, we saw DK Shivkumar come to Shangri-La just a little while ago. What remains to be decided is the terms, because it does look like at this point that Siddaramaiah might get another shot at becoming the chief minister of Karnataka. But DK Shivkumar, who's the PCC president, who's also worked equally, if not harder, what position will he get? This is what the Congress leadership is looking at. We are getting different scenarios of what has been offered to him, what has been accepted by him. We'll get to that in just a bit. But Prajwal, if I can come to you first, we told that it's a few more minutes before the formal meeting begins. All of them are just exchanging pleasantries, congratulating each other. But what are you picking up from outside Shangri-La?
Well, it was quiet until now, but there is a huge group of TKS supporters that have arrived outside the Shangri-La Hotel. Earlier, there was one wave of Siddaramaiah supporters who had arrived here and were expressing their support for Siddaramaiah to be the chief minister. They were holding posters of Siddaramaiah. But now there is a group of DK Shivkumar supporters right here to my left. If we can show them to you, one of them is waving the Congress flag. So at the moment, there is a lot of uncertainty outside the Shangri-La Hotel. There is a group of supporters that are expressing their support and talking to other media houses, talking to reporters who are stationed here about why they want DK Shivkumar to be made the chief minister of the state. One of the main arguments is that he took up the challenge of taking the Congress campaign in southern Karnataka, and he's also the one who kept the party flock together in 2018 when the Congress allied with the JDS to form the coalition government. And of course, a lot of the supporters of DKS are also coming up with other arguments as to why the time has now come for the Congress to consider him as a chief minister candidate. This is the short update I have for you from outside the Shangri-La Hotel. Of course, we'll be here through the night reporting on what happens with the Congress's decision about the
Well,
next
for
chief
your
minister of
sake,
the state.
Prajwal, I hope you don't have to report through the night. You've had many of those the last 2 days. And I do hope that this meeting wraps up quickly so we can all get some rest and be back at it tomorrow morning. But also, we are understanding that it will be a smooth decision. There won't be a very ugly public fight, at least. But DK Shivkumar will not just go down without putting up a stiff resistance. We did see just a little while ago that as many as 200 seers from different mathas across Karnataka, predominantly Vokkaliga mathas, a community to which he also belongs, had come, one, to congratulate him, but also to express their support. So this is, in a sense, flexing off the political muscle, so to speak. He is trying to send a message that he has a lot of public support, popular support. And as Prajwal said, he did tour the southern part of Karnataka extensively. Siddaramaiah was tasked with touring the northern districts, and both of them did not cross paths, and they were given very clear duties and responsibilities. Before we get more into what we're hearing from both the camps, Shabir, you've been there for a while, also speaking to a few people, who are in the know of what's happening. Tell us, what has the conversation with both the leaders been like? What are you picking up?
Well, even before the results, the Congress High Command has initiated talks between both the leaders because they know once the result is out, this is the next big issue that the Congress High Command will have to deal with. And today, the CLP meeting is happening, and even before that, there were multiple formulas and agreements that were discussed with DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah. But it all boils down to who has the maximum number of MLAs on their side. So that is the reason why the Congress High Command has deployed its observers. Senior leaders have been sent by the Congress High Command to ensure that this entire issue is, dealt amicably and it's resolved, because the Congress High Command also feels that one, they don't want to delay this entire process. Again, like you pointed out, they don't want some kind of a public spat, because that will give enough ammunition for the opposition parties to, target the Congress party even before the chief minister is decided. So the Congress party is very conscious about what they are dealing with at this point in time. On one side, they have Siddaramaiah, who's the tallest leader of the Congress party, and the other side, you have a man who was on the ground, who was touring the southern parts of Karnataka, who was ensuring that the mighty, BJP's machinery is fought on the electoral ground. So, you cannot simply ignore DK Shivakumar. So, the Congress High Command is conscious about that. So, a formula is now being talked about is that Siddaramaiah will be the chief minister and DK Shivakumar will be the deputy chief minister. And that is something that is a formula that is agreeable for both the parties, or a term arrangement, 2.5 years for Siddaramaiah and 2.5 years for DK Shivakumar. But that is something which is very tricky at this point in time, because DK Shivakumar's side wants a public assurance on that, which the Congress High Command is not ready to give. If in case there is a problem, the High Command observers have been sent. They will be talking to individual MLAs, seeking their opinion, whom they are supporting at this point in time. Based on that, the High Command will take a decision. But in today's meeting, it looks like more or less there will be a decision. Otherwise, there will be a one-line resolution, which will clearly say that the Congress High Command is being empowered to take a decision based on whatever the report that is submitted by the observers who have been sent here to Karnataka. The former Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Sushil Kumar Sinde, and Jitendra Singh are being sent here. So they will be interacting with the MLAs and the leaders, and they will be submitting a report to the Congress High Command, and based on that, a decision will be taken.
Significantly, Shabir, the Congress president, the AICC president, Mallikarjun Kharge, is not part of that meeting. And also, one thing we can confirm to our viewers is there will be no decision announced today. We're being told that post Tuesday we can expect some sort of an announcement. Prajwal is continuing to bring us live visuals of all the posturing that is happening outside of Shangri-La. Before I come back to Prajwal's quick update, like I was saying, it will be post Tuesday that a decision will be announced. And like Shabir said, initially there were talks of a term sharing formula where perhaps for 2.5, or even 3 years, Siddaramaiah will be the chief minister. And then perhaps owing to age, he will pass on the baton to DK Shivkumar. But this could not be the case because, you've not seen tomorrow. And in politics, you cannot take a chance of waiting for 3 years after you get such a huge victory when you work so hard. So, it is understandable that DK Shivkumar wants to, in fact, try to leverage the kind of public sentiment there is. We saw him break down and make an emotional appeal yesterday, and he also said that Sonia Gandhi had come down to visit him when he was in prison, and he owes a lot to them. So there is a lot at play. DCM, along with Home Ministry, and being allowed to continue as the PCC president is one thing that we're hearing from AICC sources, that he is going to be allowed to continue as the Congress party president, which is in fact a deviation from the norm, because the Congress party usually, when somebody is allowed to be a part of the government, does not give them a position within the party. This has been the norm. Of course, there have been exceptions made in the past, and they would, AICC leaders told DK Shivkumar that once again we are willing to make that exception so that you run the party and also hold a very, very important portfolio in the government. Now we'll know in a while from now how this offer has been received. Also, there were murmurs of possibly multiple chief ministers, including one from the minority community. This has been completely ruled out because this will be downgrading the efforts of DK Shivkumar if he's clubbed with other leaders. Prajwal, I'm going to come back to you. Tell us what's happening. I see colorful flags behind you, and the traffic police there having a tough time, a nightmare of a time controlling the crowd.
Well, there's a flurry of activity behind me right now. There's a new wave of DK Shivkumar supporters who have come here waving flags. If I can show you the visuals of what's happening here, there are posters of DK Shivkumar, there are flags with the face of DK Shivkumar that are being waved right now, and a large number of supporters have joined the fray and are chanting DK, DK, DK. So the police is having a hard time managing the crowd. Some of the supporters are talking to the media. Some of the supporters are conversing with the media and arguing why DK Shivkumar should be the chief minister. And I think this has come as a surprise to the Congress High Command inside the Shangri-La, because if you say that the MLAs are in favor of Sidramaya as chief minister, that is not reflecting on the ground outside on the road, Pooja.
Right. Prajwal, of course, like we've been talking, all of this is mere posturing because the people who can make any kind of an impact are already inside Shangri-La. The legislators will have a say, and they too will not have the final say. They can give their opinion. There will be a one-line resolution passed, like Shabi rightly said, which is a formality, which will communicate that the High Command can take a decision on who the CLP leader is. Right? The process is that the Congress Legislative Party leader will be elected, who in turn will go on to become the chief minister. So that is what the procedure is. And the observers, led by Sushil Kumar Shinde, the former Union Home Minister, interesting to see Prajwal at 6.5 feet ducking flags of the Congress party there. But colorful politics at play both inside and outside Shangri-La. But just to get back to what I was saying, there is a process in place. But what is important is the posturing that we're seeing, the message that is being sent out to the senior party leadership, that you cannot dismiss me lightly, even though I may not have the support of as many MLAs, elected MLAs, I still do have public sentiment. Right, Shabir? Is that a sense that you're getting to?
Well, that's right. What we saw just now is mere, public posturing. What happens outside Shangri-La Hotel doesn't matter at this point in time. What happens inside, like you pointed out, is something which is really important. That is going to decide the fate of a lot of people. And particularly as far as the MLAs are concerned, a majority of them, like you said, Pooja, are supporting Siddaramaiah, considering that he is the tallest leader, the most acceptable candidate for the chief minister. So he is someone who is being backed by many of the MLAs, majority of the MLAs, and DK Shivakumar knows this, but still. DK Shivakumar can't be taken lightly. In fact, he has to, demand a better deal for himself. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult because the next 5 years he has to be there, working under Siddaramaiah. Probably, if there is a term sharing agreement, he has a chance. He has a chance to become the chief minister, because, like Danya pointed out yesterday in her live, DK Shivakumar has everything on his CV, but he does not have the two-letter word CM, former CM or CM. That is something that a politician will always aspire for, and for him at this moment, he wants to get a better deal from all of this. And as far as the Congress High Command is concerned, they don't want to disappoint DK Shivakumar, because he is very important person in the scheme of things ahead of the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, because that is something which is important. Like you said, why would they want a DK Shivakumar to continue as the KPCC president is also because he is someone who is going to drive the Congress party through the 2024 elections, and there is someone like DK Shivakumar who needs to be there on the ground managing things for the Congress party, like how he did now. And that is also one of the reasons why they are breaking away from this tradition, is what I understand. But apart from that, there are also, like you said, multiple deputy chief ministers is also, something that the Congress leadership was discussing about, having three deputy chief ministers, one from the Lingayat community, one from the Okoligas, and one from the SC/ST community, giving them adequate representation in the in the cabinet. So that is something that was also discussed, but that part of the deal was not agreeable to many, is what we understand. So multiple things are being discussed in this meeting. Like you said, it's going to be a one-liner resolution. that is going to come up, saying that they empower the Congress High Command to decide who will be the Chief Minister of Karnataka. But the MLAs seems to have already made up their mind. They have expressed their support in favor of Siddharamaiah. So what exactly DK Shivakumar will get, that is something that we will have to wait and see.
Interesting developments. But what's fascinating is we've spoken to a dozen people in Congress at various levels, and every time we speak to somebody from each other's camp, we're getting contradictory versions. And through the contradictory reports that we're getting, we distill, we filter, we verify, and then we bring you reports. So it's going to be quite tricky the next few days, but we will continue bringing you the latest updates. I will let both Shabir and Prajwal go, but last bit of information that we are getting is that this is, of course, reports from Siddharamaya's camp that he already had an assurance as early as August of 2022 from a very, very senior leader of the Congress party that if the Congress party wins, then he will be made the chief minister. And it was on these terms that he even agreed to contest the elections. He did not want to even contest 2023 assembly polls, but he was convinced into doing so on these terms. This is what we're picking up. All of this needs to be verified. We will continue doing that. Prajwal, Shabi, thank you so much for joining us. We will keep coming back to you and hope that we will get more updates from both of you. Before I go, a very, very quick appeal to all our viewers. We've been working very hard the last few months. We've brought you investigations, we've brought you ground reports, we've brought you analysis, perspective, everything. And we could do this only with your support. We are independent media and we can survive only if you support us. Do consider becoming a member of the News Minute community. The link, to how you can support us will be in description. Keep continuing to support us, and we promise you that we will continue doing the good work that we do. Thank you.